welcome back to Mo Grace Tony Chronicles. How's everyone? I hope you all doing well today. The starting soon screen is done by Breedy. Check them out, link in the description below. This might be a hint to planning on playing on soonish. I might buy one of the DLCs. I need to buy Velvo. That'll be next week, but yes. I'm very curious about this game because I feel like I heard stuff about it, like it was like a follow into the win, like it was loud but quick. But I don't think I heard. I don't remember too much positive from that game, but who knows if it's actually good or not. In that case, I'm glad to let Mr. Shums have his key. No, give me the key to me. The detective chat have it. It's over, Mr. Shamesfield. No. You have all options now. The only thing left for you to do is to milk your guilt. Whoa. Oh, shameful spiel. Dispel. Be thy name. But it's a fun little freak out animation. I never intended to kill the man. I just wanted to drive him out of the room. That's all. So you have time to find the Carfax Hall of Stolen Goods? And yeah, after you kill the young man, you still didn't move into the room. I asked the landlord, of course. I pleaded with him, but he refused. Why? I was 3 months behind rent, for one thing. Mr. Gob really has a lot to put up with. I would have kicked him out. And he had the gas repair work done immediately afterwards, putting the room out of action for a while. And then this Japanese man swooped in just at the right moment to sign a new lease. But Mr. Nasame, well, unfortunate timing. Then 5 days ago, at the Vinstan World, when the Japanese fellow got himself arrested, I thought I finally had my chance, but it wasn't to be. No, the scene was sealed off and guarded by the police night and day. And if I remember rightly, Mr. Sholmes spent the whole day in the reading books. I mean, you gotta get your read on. I came into the room and I learned to search for the loot. Which is why the day Mr. Natsume was acquitted and returned to his room. He once again tried the trick of blowing the air into the gas pop that feeds the stove into his room. Unbeknownst to you, however, the action would lead to you in a deadly trap. William Shakespeare. How does it go? To be or not to be? That is the question. From Shakespeare's Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 1. That's impressive. I give him props for that. Well, let me tell you, in your case, it's not to be. That's the answer. You deserve to die for what you've done. At first, I really did think it was just a terrible accident. I never forgot our conversation the night before Duncan died. The gas supply and money launchers are a complete disaster, you know, Ollie. The gas supply? Yeah, the stove always seems to go out in the middle of the night for some reason. It's no joke. They say it's the convict's codes. Oh, Duncan, please, don't stay in there. I don't care how cheap it is. Oh, then, if that's that point to you and start looking for a new place. I mean, that sounds very dangerous. Without knowing that it's Shakespeare blowing his way on the pipes. Best spray looms at my house. Why don't you leave our whole room tonight? No, I better not. We say we wait until we graduate before we tell our parents, remember? But that was the last time we ever spoke. That very night he fell victim to the gas. If only I knew it was gonna happen. I would have insisted he left that horrible room by instant. But instead, all I've been left with is a bitter regret. I stopped going to school, but something kept drawing me back to the house on Bar Road. I saw a stooped, Eastern-looking man with a mustache coming out of the house one day when I was there. He walked up to on Grub Weeks for some food, so I followed him. I sat myself next to him. He had some wally-looking suit started to quote with a Republican. The place is close to Coast! The ghost of that convict who used to live there is trying to suffocate me. I wake up in the middle of the night, freezing to death because the stove has gone out. The room is full of gas. I can hardly breathe. The pipes have been checked, no problem there. It's like, but I am the problem. That's for the thinking. But how could that be? Oh. Nice man accident gave her all the clues to the puzzle. Duncan was gone, and now this man had almost suffered the same fate. Could it really be echoes? But I remembered a rumor I heard about the gas companies going around investigating the gas installations. A rumor? You mean the girl blowing the gas pipe? Yes, everybody heard the stories it seems, but have a go around checking the pipes? How anything connected to gas can be extinguished by blowing air into the pipe work. And that's when it started. A little flicker of doubt in the back of my mind, but just wouldn't go away. Was it really an accident though? Once I had an idea, it wouldn't leave me alone. It plagued me day and night. So I bought this, one of the black markets in the East End. A black market? I mean, you can't get a Vanoma grocery store posing. You can't be like, oh yes, I would like a deadly posing so I can pose as the man that killed my future hubby. I've never been. I just heard people talk about them. You really can buy anything you can think of though. In some ways, being able to get my hands on this so easily made me even more determined. I had to find out one way or another. Was Duncan's death an accident? Or was it murder? And you chose the method for establishing the truth was simple, but highly effective. Smooth pulls on the gas pipe you suspect the man of tampering with, and wait. Mr. Shakespeare was innocent, nothing would come of what you've done. But if he was guilty, he would pay for his crimes dearly. But I have the name of the man I suspected, William Shakespeare. I want him this little note. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad Bar at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anyone else about the slaughter or meeting. It's a matter of utmost importance. If he'd done it, I knew that it would worry him enough so he'd be sure to go. So I waited to see if it worked. And of course, Mr. Shakespeare followed the instructions to below. I worked out with gas pipe was straight away. So I smeared a good amount of poison and I bought all around the mouth of the pipe. And all the time praying the devil's will wouldn't be done. It was just some weird fantasy. Well, in a way, it would be a Final Fantasy. Actually, no. All the time praying by the devil's work would be done if ever culprit would get his just desserts. I really do feel bad for her. 3 days ago. When you first stand the dog before me, this whole field seemed relatively straightforward. Yes, my lord. I certainly never imagined the depths of the party, but I mean, that's Azaton in a nutshell. Seems simple, but very complicated below the surface. Oh, yes. And one certainly I didn't envisage walking with you. Nevertheless, together we have reached the light at the end of the tunnel as the world. Mrs. Green. Yes, my lord. You will henceforth be stripped of your freedom, as punishment for the attempted murder of Mr. William Shakespeare. Yes, I know. And you, Mr. Shakespeare, you be tried for the murder of Mr. Duncan Ross and Coldblood, and the Suncrest attempted murder of Sosky Nasme here present. Mr. Nottingham, I mean, to be fair, he just gives up. And like, for most depressing way, like, I mean, I get it, he knows he speak, but like, I don't know, I want him to stop sighing and actually speak some. Yes? Yesterday, at the hospital, when you and your friends stopped me from ending your life by drinking what was left of a poison bottle, I wasn't myself. I couldn't even really remember what was going through my mind. To be or not to be, I suppose. But it's a question that's so hard to answer, it seems. Well, personally, I'm glad for you being here, Miss Queen. Oh? And I like to believe that's a blessing that Mr. Shakespeare didn't die when he ingested the poison. For your sake, at the very least. Because of you, I chose life, not death. Oh, that's sweet. I'm sorry, that's a very heartwarming sprite. And now you made the truth come out at last. Really, I can't thank you enough. Oh, Miss Queen. Mr. Soski Nasame. Yes, my lord. The court declares that you are exonerated of all blame in this matter. I feel like we kind of forgot about him for a bit, to be honest. Currently, I would call upon the ladies and gentlemen of the jury to present a verdict of non-guilty. We are in full agreement, my lord. In that case, I hereby declare the defendant Codes of Jode. Okay, Bailey. Oh, yes. Yes, at last. Divine justice, duty done. it seems like he was doing like freaking like aerobics training though. Divine justice. But that's the Masu speak too. And Goku Black. Well, we know what Natsume does over weekends. My dear fellow, if there's any divine justice in this world, you should shave my mustache. No, this has nothing to do with my mustache. Some say that luxuriant mustache is a sign of physical prowess, Mr. Jones. Look at still not her Esquire. Once again, he saved me from doom. I'm very happy to be able to help, Mr. Natsume. Congratulations on your quill. Your second in almost as many days. I was first equipped with and gained affection for English literature was in our great homeland empire. And then, by a twist of fate, I was brought to the land with both fruit of that literature. Only, the city of bricks and mud became my prison. I tried as I might, I never found my feet here. In the end, I confined myself to my room and lived life through friendly old books. That sounds depressing. You had such a difficult time, haven't you? About a week ago now. I dragged your avatar digging room of yours, did I not? Yes, you did. And the more I see more of life of this week than I had on my years to date. And for the first time, I feel like I've begun to see the true face of English that had so far been hiding from me behind the wall of fog. My dear fellow, there's no expression about the true face of English, as you put. Wheresoever one goes in the world, humans are humans. There are a few general differences. Well, that's true. Humans will act like humans no matter where you go. Yes, I think you are starting to see that, and I come to understand something. I worked out why I was attracted to English literature in the first place. It made me see wherever our nationality, we humans all have the same hopes and fears. We're just trying to do our best to live. Well, let's say, I come to feel the same way. I made a decision too. I'm going to come and show my study to him return to Japan. I feel like you said that at the end of your last case, but that didn't go so well for you, did it? What? When we just become friends here in England? What a terrible shame. I know, it does tug on my heartstrings, it really does. But I've decided I like to take everything on loan here in Britain and write something of my own. A novel of sorts, I suppose. Oh my, so you'd be creating your own literature, Mr. Natsume? How wonderful. Oh, well, no, I mean, I won't presume to call it literature. Oh no, it's precisely for definition, Mr. Mustache. I suppose you're right, yes. It will, in a way, be literature. But as of now, I know that I would likely try my hand at writing. I have no delusions of grandeur. Well, he did achieve it. And he did get delusions. I, for one, would love to read your work. Well, all things considered, it may be for the best. After all, you have once again emerged victorious. But the battle with the Weeper. Ah, that's very true. And there's no salvation for a person in the dark when the Weeper is for prosecute. The desire to return perceived to the perceived safety of your home is what I quite understand. My goodness, yes, faced with such a terrifying prospect. I mean, who wouldn't want to go home? No one would consider that cowardly, I'm quite sure. But that's... No, I'm leaving! I mean it! I have a good objection. And that was the case we found ourselves embroiled in 6 months ago now. So this case idea returned to Japan to submit a report about both cases to the government. It was reading the report that Professor McToba was prompted to visit the scholar. And barely any time later, Suo-san was given the news that she must return to Japan as well. On the back of a telegram stating falsely that her father had fallen gravely ill. The only possible explanation comes to mind is what happened after the trial on the following day. The day that we undiscovered loot him by now deceased contract and his former lodgings. Oh, what that, Mr. Jones? How simply marvelous of you. To uncover the secret hiding place in just one day. I mean, he said he could do it. Wasn't it supposed to take 30 minutes? You're slipping, Jones. As I believe I told you, my dear fellow, skin prints are extremely useful in such situations. We agreed, Gregerson. Gregsy's been happily munching in agreement this entire time, you know, Holy. I'm sure. Happily, I think humorously might be closer to the truth. Yeah, that's probably closer to the truth, to be honest. So, it transpired the manufacturer hang space in the ceiling. And what's in it? What's exactly is the loot? Let's take a look then, if you will. Let's examine the late Burglar's Hall. What is that? It looks like some sort of neckband or column. It's huge though. Look at all the gemstones in it. One witch dog. I can see why it would be claimed to be worth 1,000 pounds. Perhaps I could have as a belt. Have you noticed what's on the inside? Those are some dark stains, some blood stains. You don't think it could be blood, do you? I mean, there's quite a lot of it. On second thoughts, perhaps I won't have it as a belt. Probably for the best. And of course, there's an emblem here. A large bee and a small crown. What does it signify, do you think? No, I haven't noticed that. I thought I had seen that emblem somewhere before, you know. Where could it have been? That's another that I think. What? What's the matter with Mr. Jones? Avocado is drained from his face. Well, I believe you ought to be taking this, aren't you? Could be valuable evidence after all. It must be kept safely under lock and key. Oh, yes. Get your grubbly hands off that, you lot. Hand over now. No, that ain't suspicious. Never seen a collar that large before, and with Drew certainly looked to be extremely valuable, but that's not what stood out most to me. At least, not once I noticed it. Those dark marks inside the collar, for stains. Could it really have been blood? Well, that's a funny case, wasn't it? Well, it's all buttoned up now. That's one way of phrasing things. Buttoned up. You look very pleased, Iris. I am, because I'm starting to wonder what I can use as a basis for this month's story in the magazine. But this case is perfect. It's been so fascinating. You've been talking about the latest installment of Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I presume. The Mystery of the Knife Infamous, and the Mustache Man of the Convict's Coast, perhaps. I can make it a 2-part story. There you go. Have him running more next month. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, please, Iris. Yes, what is it, Holy? I'm sorry, but you can't worry about this case. Does I have a question? Huh? Why not? It's a great case. Then I should have assist, but you limit yourself to the first of your 2 tires. The second one must never been won. Is that clear? Yes.
And so it was that the
Oh, it's not expecting voice acting though.
Buried in obscurity. Now looking back, I feel I understand. I can see why Mr. Sugar
Hi,
Iris from publishing
Size
the story.
2020.
It would take a little longer before I saw the link between everything that had happened and would happen. For it wasn't until 2 months after the arrival of Susato-san's letter that events began to unfurl again.
Of course. You gotta give a
With an
ball
incident
one.
that took place at the very heart of the eagerly awaited Great Exhibition of London.
Okay. We got the end of case 3. 2. Whatever case this is. Case 2. But I lost track. But I remember the 3rd case of this game being very good.
The grand end of the century Great Exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who has failed to hear of it.
Well, I'm one so.
Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park, welcoming over 50 million visitors. The last great hurrah of this century. Astonished and delighted people of all nations, and ended on a note of resounding success. But as regards to the terrible catastrophe that occurred during the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Herlock showed
It's on the case.
For from the shadows, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case. And like the centerpiece of the Great Exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty as the Crystal Tower itself, brought the truth to light.
Crystal Tower sounds like that sounds like a trading card. It doesn't matter which one. Pick one, and you'd be correct.
We're here at the showground of the Great Exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people. The weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th century will see steam engines.
Okay, I forgot the defendant's name. Well, like, he kind of reminds me of me. Just with the glasses and, like, the blonde afro. Because if I grow out my hair, it becomes an afro.
Ships will sprout wings and take to the skies. And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future. A world first. A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
You need to show him that.
A man will literally be disassembled by a pulse of high voltage electricity and beamed to another location. Whereupon his body will be reassembled by...
Oh, I like how he wore his all, though.
Exactly as it was before.
Okay, get in the cage. Man, the guy is so Joey.
In but a few moments from now, this gentleman will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air. To arrive an instant later on the Crystal Tower behind you!
I love how happy he is about this. I do remember this being one hell of a case. Like, in a good way. I know I said I remember this case being good, but, like, I remember this case being, like, good. Uno, are you listening? Oh, sorry, what was that? What's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. Didn't you like what I cooked for breakfast? Oh no, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again? Today's paper was full of news about the grain exhibit again. Oh yes, the grain exposition. I like to go sometime. You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Don't you agree, Holy? Well, we all are down together, huh? Huh? Did you say something, Alice? Oh god, you're even more down. Ah! Where are you at, Mr. Nodroho? Oh, now he's in a time sense. I've been here about half an hour away. We had breakfast together. What? What did you mention it before? I'm sorry! I thought you might have known I was here. You know, because breakfast? Oh, it's quite right. You're clearly lacking in them. So much I didn't even notice your presence. Thanks. Of course, I can deduce Lisa perfectly well with some simple observations. What? Let's see. Yes, for example, you touched the hill this morning with all of his unruly spikes. Clearly, it's been deduced though that. Let me stop you from this, chumps. Think I can see where this is going. My hair always looks like this, or I have, ever since we first met, in fact. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose. Ha ha ha! Thanks again. Crossed my mind recently, but it's been 6 months now. 6 months? Since I was forbidden from working in the code. So I've been wondering how much longer I'm gonna be banned. Well, that'll explain why you seem wild glum. Don't you agree, Holy? Huh? Well, he keeps flipping 1As. Back to moping. What's the matter with Mr. Chumps today? He seems even more down with dumps than me. I know, it's the great exposition that's open. You think he'd be excited. Oh, or do we all go see it together? I want to, of course I do, but I can't. Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. So you embark in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from? Is that it? I don't remember hearing that you're working on the case, Holy. Suppose I should find out what's going on. I believe is okay, hold on. Let's go through the flashback information. Half a year ago, took the defense of a young girl in trial hold at the Old Bailey. At first, it seemed like a simple case of murder that took place at London pawnbrokery. Turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot for the British government. As one more plot typically turns out to be about. It's turned out that I made an unforgivable yet at the same time unforgivable mistake. I still find this so bullshit. With family, the situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Nodderholm. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of his trial. Yes, of course, my lord. And then I had my right to represent people in court vote. I was told that I had to spend my time in research and study, so that's what I've been doing. You have, haven't you, Uno? We got with big fat tones about British law up in your room, and notes about Mr. Chom's old cases. Yeah? Gotta start with study tone. Brewing ice with special brands of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You become something of a man server around here. Start your Silver Age next, Master Naruto. Well, think of going to acts of powers that be to reconsider, specifically on Strongheart, British Supreme Court on Whitehall. Little Strongheart? I mean, you gotta go to the top. Or the delightful Lord Chief Justice? Not my favorite fellow. He's done money even, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant me permission for me to start working for courts again. Came to Britain to become the best lawyer I could. I can't do that just sitting around here. The whole of London has been swept in this great exploration, hasn't it? I cannot speak. The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our company will be showcasing these things. The whole world will be watching. Oh, do you know what I like to do? I like to look down on London from one of its lovely balloons. Look down on? Do you mean those things? They float. They all float. Fly? Yes, of course, they fly high in the sky. Don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air. But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. Because it rises. I don't understand it at all. But it's true of a lot of new scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. But in 100 years' time, all these things will just be common knowledge. I suppose it might be. Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems quite questionable. Something went wrong on the opening experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. It was a huge explosion. See, I wish I'd seen the film. I'd love to see how bad some of these scammed experiments really are. Who doesn't like to see a scam blow up in someone's face? Says for instance, 10 years ago. You see here, every page of this paper carries some article or of a great explanation. Exhibition. But the bright side shine, the darker shadows that cast upon them. Personally, I find myself drawn to darkness, to be very impenetrable. That's my proper atmosphere. Shadows behind. Is that a metaphor way to refer to the back page of the paper? So many glowing reports about the great exhibition. Everything's going on here. All of this gloomy looking one of us. Wait, what? What's the matter, Reno? Reaper attack. That's Lone Van Zeeks. What's been what Mr. Chunks was talking about? Does he know anymore? I wonder. Okay, yeah, itself. Are you investigating particular tricky cases from Mr. Chunks? You could say that, I suppose. Nothing more to add. That's not like you. So what sort of case is it? Shh! Quiet, Mr. Naruto! You must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening. You're acting very strangely, Holy. What do you mean, ours? Well, you dream. He can't. I was about to say he can't. He would be happy by a complicated case, exactly. Is it really a case that's bothering you? Alice, please, you mustn't exercise the absolute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. Remember, I always say, put yourself in shoes of an adventurer about whom you're making deductions. You never do! You say that, but do you, Mr. Jones? Never mind. Once I had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene. That's a deep sigh. It says the paper of Lombe Zeeks has been attacked. That's terrible. You know the legend of a Reaper of a Bailey, of course, don't you? Only too well, in fact. Yes, Prosecutor Brock Van Zeeks. They say the Reaper is for prosecution in the case. There's no salvation for who's in the dark. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this oath will be showed. Not his finest works always find a way somewhere of the law. Step on nothing to secure an acquittal at a trial. I mean, because he wants to go to jail. Falsifying evidence, paying shame witnesses, frying jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as words cannot save him at the hands of a Reaper. As you experience yourself, haven't you, Mr. Notterholm? Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work. Many of us criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. Even in later long, the fertility seem to be taken by the Reaper. Retaliation like this does occur. Really, the Capra has a never-ending supply of such scandals. Scoundrels. Oh, so do you mean Physiques have been attacked like this before? This is the first time? I mean, he probably put away so much people. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although it seems that his assailants are armed with guns this time. Oh my goodness, is he alright then? Is Lone Physique's hurt? My dear fellow, however I know. Well, Valka says, as of what Lone Physique's in his condition, I will be revealed tomorrow's morning condition. You gotta get people to come back from home. Yeah, a little tease. I see, we should have to be patient then. No, I can't wait until tomorrow. Because you try to cry with someone in the gnome. But who? Strongheart, perhaps? And you plan on making stuff anyways. Well, I must be leaving now. Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, you really shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you'd be wasting your time. If I hasn't crossed my mind. But, I'm wondering where you're going. Ha ha ha! Well, I'll see you later indeed. Listen to him, he's still laughing on his way out the dome. I mean, you gotta be in good spirits. Okay, let me save. We're gonna play like maybe like 1 or 2 matches in Master Duel. And then go from there. Okay. Got my stones. Gonna play some Scar 7s. Oh, the newest volume of Conway came out today. There's 2 more volumes left. Yay. So much room. So I'm like, I don't want Conway to end, but at the same time, I want room on my shelf. Okay, hello. And that's fine. Honestly. What have I been playing? Gone. Hand destruction. Oh, this one is done. Bum 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 bum. It's called effect. Then we'll activate low. This is when it's done, but it's definitely not like a good deck. Like, I know I got you to play around with me in a bit, but well. That's fine. For this turn. We're on next turn. Unless you really want to stop. Actually, I didn't even have a point to discard. Okay, we're on to the bad phase. Oh, you didn't evenly match me? That's fine. Okay. That's annoying. That is super annoying. Did you only activate this turn? Yeah, I can respawn. It basically has like a pop average for like when exposed, which is silly. How much freaking evenly matches did you have? Seems like you have like non-stop evenly matches. Which I mean, I guess depending on who you are, it's a good thing. Okay, I'm getting sleepy. I feel tired. What else you got for me? Okay. Wanted, dead or alive. I want to surrender and just kind of give him the win, but I also don't want to just give him the win. Of course. Okay. We keep going around and around and around and around. God, I didn't even realize how late it was. No wonder I'm getting like super sleepy. Cause I've been up for way too long. Well. Wow. There's one simple move. And oh, this. Revenge from Mizuki. Not the king. You got something. Got you a monster out. I get my monster out. I think I can just swing for game. I mean, that's annoying, but still can keep up a good fight. Oh, that's actually annoying. Cool. I think that matters too much. Amazuki. Oh, and then he can go long. Like, I wish I had an effect though. Even though it won't work on my tone like that, but still. I used to have time, so much time left. That's my question, like, so. Like, yeah, I just need to go inside. Oh, I'm not. I need sleep, and doing against that puts is not gonna give me sleep. So I'd like to thank you all for coming out. It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's been a real fun blast. Tomorrow will be more not but again Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I'll be busy with my sister's wedding. so there probably won't be streams on those days. So, with all that being said, I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I will catch you next